Hey everybody, this is Pramita here. I was talking about making folders which can be transformed into junk journal covers in my part 1, and we had inked up a few items that were not inked up, and let me show you how it's looking now. So this is the cover right now with all the goodies inside, and it will have an option whether you would like to add papers to it or not. There will be around 8 to 9 sheets of paper because I don't want to increase the shipping. So this is another one. This is in the B6 size, and I am going to work through this, whatever is left to finished. So I'm going to put these two aside. This is in the B6 size, so let me give you the dimensions. So this is around 5 3/4 by 7.5 near about. So this is the B6 cover, and this has a shabby chic kind of feel to it. That was the intention basically, and you will see when I open this what I am talking about. So this is a very shabby pinkish kind of thing, and this does not have any quote at the front because I didn't want to mess up with the pocket. You can see the pocket is extremely pretty with the baroque kind of French kind of effect. So it's wallpapery kind of look, and this is an ephemera from, I don't know, I have had this for a long period of time, and this also comes with a bunch of stuff over here, and this is from a Stamperia paper pack, this ephemera, and I have just put in this Tim Holtz sticker, says live, create, tell the story. So this too has 4 pockets, and as I am going to walk you through this, so I have been working pretty constantly on these. So these are from Stamperia paper pack, and I'm just eyeballing, guys. I am not an expert, and I'm going to ink these up. So this is a different kind of ink that I'm using. This has a little bit of greenish, not as dull as vintage photo, because this has a greenish kind of hue, so I wanted to bring that up. This is an Indian. For the first time, I have not used this brand before. Like, it's cheaper, of course. And I hope to finish all of the folders and list them up on Monday 12th, so you can check that out. I'll do that first thing in the morning on Monday. So this is my tag done, so I can add some string to it. And I am not going to grunge these up too much because this is a very bright kind of cover. You can transform this cover into a journal cover also, the one that I had shown before. I am going to talk you through that process. And at the back you have some lined paper. These are all, some of them are stitched journaling cards and tags, and some of them are not, because I have some I didn't have. I thought that they would not need stitching. I don't add stitching to everything, though I would like to do that because I like the effect it gives, but I think I don't want to put stitching to everything. So I'm just going to ink up these edges so that they don't look white anymore. This is actually, I've done a tuck spot sort of thing. You can put something in here like so. This is die cut from Tsunami Rose, and this printable is also from Tsunami Rose. So There are quite a few printables from here and there, because I used to print all of these stuff at home, but my printer is not working too well, so I am currently not printing anything. So this is this. I'm not going to grunge too much, as I said, and I'm going to add a slight trim to it. I think I got this from Heart and Soul by M. This is one of my favorite shops, and Marianne always sends me some freebie goodies, you know, lovely stuff. She had sent me this. So I think that this has been quite a while, this eyelash trim. I have hoarded it for the longest period of time, I think. And I'm going to give it one more knot. And that's that. Okay, so this is going to go inside this pocket, and this will go beside that, and this will go over here. So you have a blend of everything. Now as I open, as you can see, not everything has been inked up. Okay, so let me close this up and let me fix this a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, these are some of the things that are going inside this pocket. So you have some bigger cards which have been inked and stuff. So this, I'm not doing anything. This has a beautiful lace pearl sort of thing. So this is going to go in. Now the B6 size is a tad wider, so you can, you know, put in bigger cards. You can put in more stuff basically, and you can use them inside your journals also. If you're making a B6 size journal or even a little bit wider, it doesn't matter, because it's going to look okay. That's the beauty of chunk journals. Like, you can stagger things up, you can put things at different layers. That's the beauty. And I have kind of used, you know, the red stitching on top and the white thread at the back, just to give it a little bit of interest. It'll look nice, I thought, and indeed it does. So that's that. Yeah, and this is also from Stamperia. Now I want to punch a hole over here because I want to make it a round tag. So I'm just going to eyeball the whole thing. You cannot go wrong basically. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up. This is kind of a carnation sort of thing, I think. Rose, I'm not sure. This has a lacy kind of theme going on, and I don't want to grunge it up a lot, so I think I'm going to stick to just the edges and not do it too much, you know, just a little bit, just a hint. So that's how I'm going to work on these, and hopefully I'll be able to finish these. And I'm going to add this trim once again. So I'm going to snip some off and tie this one. So today had been a tiring day for me because Saturdays are generally very stressful, but I survived. So I'm just going to tie this up, and you know, it looks very tactile kind of thing, so I like that. So I have this postcard which I have the intention of adding because you know, this rose sort of thing, pink theme, that suits the theme going on. So I'm going to keep it and I kind of like the effect. This ink is pretty awesome because it blends very well. It's very juicy, and I think in some ways I like it more than I like the Distress inks. It's very forgiving, so even if I make a mistake, I can fix that. So I'm not going to crunch this up a whole lot, and I'm going to add this over here, so that you have a lot of fluff here and there. So here are some of the other stuff that I'm going to put in over here, and I do have some stitched other options. I do have some other options which I can add. So this is another one journaling card I have in my stash, and I want to put this. This is I think a vintage playing card printable. This is from Tsunami Rose. I have quite a few printable from Tsunami Rose. I have been using her stuff for a long while because I like them, and I also use a lot from TLC Creates Vintage. I like her stuff too, and Paulette is very generous. I'll put a link to her shop below, and you can check her shop out. So this is going to go in here, okay? And these pockets have a bit of a lace, you know, the theme going is a very lacy kind of thing, so I thought I'd add a little bit of lace, no harm. So this is a double-sided tag from Stamperia as usual. So you can see I have a mix of Stamperia papers from my stash, papers from American Crafts, and basically I have tried to, you know, go with the color and the theme sort of thing, and that's what works for me, I thought. So I need to punch a hole out here, and I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay, I don't know if it's straight or not. I just want to this is a sari silk ribbon in, you know, natural color. It's not dyed. You can dye these in any color you like by using your distress inks or alcohol inks if you have. I don't have alcohol inks right now, so I usually dye them using ink pads, inks from ink pads. So that goes in over here, as you can see. And this is ephemera from American Crafts, and I'm not going to ink this up. I'm just going to leave it like so, just peeking a little bit. And this one I'm just going to ink up. So I think I'll be able to finish quite a few. I have finished one, and this is the second one I'm working on. So I hope to finish this one very quickly, and I'll list these up in my shop on Monday the 12th. And at the back, as you can see, I also have a bunch of items. So this is a tea stained paper, and I kind of like this look, and I'm not going to grunge it up anymore, so I'm going to keep it like that. This is a plain tag sort of thing with scraps that I have collaged on, and I'm going to keep it like this. This is another one that I have, and I am not going to add anything to this because this is going to go inside this pocket. So if I put something in, this will bulk up the pocket, so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to keep it like this, and my folder is ready. So here you have so many journaling options. Like you have 3 journaling card and tags over here, then you have 4, that comes down to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you get 14 ephemera pieces in this journal. And I'm going to tie this up. I'm going to tie this up and be done with this. So this is how my second folder is done. So I finished this one and this one, and I still need to finish 2 more. So let's start working. Okay, so I have this one. This one is made from Stamperia papers. I'm going to take all these out. As you can see, it's pretty lovely, and I thought it would be best if I used some lace as pocket. So I have used some lace, the front pocket and the back pocket, and it has, okay, so here I did plan to show you how you can put in papers to make this into a folder, into a journal cover. So here I have a coffee stained paper. This is the extra bit because this is the standard size and this is the A4 size, that is 8.5 by 11 inches size. So this is how, look how cool the effect has come from the coffee staining, because I stain in all sorts of weird fashion, and the patterns are, the patterns formed on the pages are pretty interesting. I often get questions about these anyways. So you can put papers inside this, you can stagger papers and then stitch them, and this will be offered as an add-on option. You'll get 8 sheets of coffee dyed paper to go with this, along with the cover if you want, and you can also buy the covers, regardless of coffee stained papers, and use them as you like. So I'm going to go through the stuff, and at the most you'll get about 14 ephemera pieces to work on for your journals. So this is going to be a journaling card from Stamperia once again, and I'm just going to ink this up a little bit, and you can use these as your pockets also in the journals, and like so. If you have if you have a page like this, you can add them as a tuck spot pocket. You can glue this part up and use it to put something like so. So you can use them like that. So these are pretty flexible, so that you can use them as journaling cards or you can use them as something else. So this is another postcard. This is from Graphic 45. I think Nature's Sketchbook. This is the collection. I love this paper collection. I cannot find this anymore, and whatever little I have been using them like crazy because I like them, and I usually add something or the other which I like into the journals I make, so that the person enjoys what I enjoy doing. This is a vintage book page. This is lined with index card. So I've made a little collage sort of thing of fabric. I'm not going to, grunge this up too much. Just a hint, because grunging up is not everybody's taste. So here I have a little bit of picture of something, and this is a paper that Anne Cathy, my friend, had sent me, and I have stamped this word enjoy on a piece of fabric with StazOn ink, and then this is a bit of a lace. So this goes in over here, no, I don't want to put this over here. So this goes in over here, this over here, and this is another tag. These I have a punch where I can make embossed kind of tags like this the holes are embossed sort of look. They get this embossed looks, and I like them very much because it gives me the option of making 3 sizes of tags. One a skinny one, and this is I think the 2-inch one, and there is also another 2.5-inch. So here you have 3 tags and journals that go in here, and over here you get another bunch. So this is a journaling card I made from scraps of paper that I had in my stash. I thought that this would go with this. And what I do is, when I have scraps or a little bit of free time, I generally get cracking and make a bunch of ephemera which I can later use in any of the journals. Because even though I use printables sometimes in the pages, but I don't always follow a whole kit, because I find that that's not my style basically. Even though I would really love to use a full kit with all sorts of add-ons and stuff like that, but I'm yet to do that. And hopefully I will do it and see how it fares. So, but I like to coordinate things, things from my stash, things I have, and some new, some old, some printable. So that's how I work. And here I have also a few things which I might add. So this is, I'm not grunging this up because it's a pretty flimsy one. You can make this into a pocket, so I've added that. And so you have 3 over here, 7 over there, and you can add this over here, because this is a little bit, so 8 of those. And this is from a tin holes paper. I have just collaged a few items on top, and I think we'll be able to finish this more or less. Anyways, so I am ending my second part over here. In the third part, I hope to finish everything and show you an update. So bye everybody, have a great day.